Well, can't watch paint dry, can we? Yeah, paint's drying on the Mark 1. God knows what it's going to look like. So we thought, let's do a bit of pick-up. Got an hour, got the afternoon off. So yeah, I'm going to try and fit the all-speed subframe. Yeah, and see if we can get an engine sort of like positioning, give us some ideas of what we're looking on. So yeah, let's have a bit of a tidy up. Let's see if we can get to the front end of the pickup and get the subframe bolted in. Alrighty, jack the front of the car up a little bit, undone the subframe bolts. Old subframe. Ouch! Why would put it this side? That's good. All-speed subframe doesn't use poly push mounts or any sort of rubber mounts in between. It's designed to go directly up onto the towers, onto the bolt, onto the bulkhead, and also it comes with his own personalised big washers as well, which we can show you in a minute. Let's get the subframe. It's not a light bugger. Make sure you do a working out beforehand. It's got a little bit of overspray on there. The epoxy primer. I was doing the Mark 1 doors with. In principle, it shouldn't need any modifications. It can get close to the inner wings. They just need a little nudge depending on if they've been replaced or not. Looks like we just need to go up a little bit because I suppose the subframe is just a bit longer. So yeah. And then down here. Attached to the subframe are the big washers. So they replace that. You can still use a washer if you want to. It really don't make too much difference, I don't think, on that one. Let's put the washer on there just to keep it looked after. And that would go in there. So yeah. Alright, let's play a bit more and get this bolted in. Subframe temporarily bolted in. Definitely in this conversion, if finally the Vauxhall engine does go in, I'm going to strengthen the floor, inside of the floor, with some 2mm plate. Even standard and mini engines and souped up engines are known to pull through the floor, especially with solid mounts, so always worth doing that on these conversions. So yeah, not too sure if we can wheel it back far enough to sort of try and hang the engine in just to see what it's looking like. Yeah, I just don't know. But yeah, impressive bit of kit. I'm just trying to carefully place the engine, although I'm already looking at that mount there that it obviously doesn't sit flat on a surface. Obviously it's designed to fit, fit in the bodywork. It's been moulded, so that's already a slight issue. Not the end of the world, because obviously we can put packers on here, etc. if we want to carry on using mounts. But yeah, let's lower it down, see how far we get. I'm not expecting it just to suddenly fit and go, "Way!" Yeah, it's just to give an idea of what's going on and things like that. Alright, I've run out of time for today. Just keep it on the hoist for now. It's actually in there. Not too sure if these mounts will work or not. This one might actually.
All they would tell me, it won't be the prison, apparently it's all been handed to the police.
Got a big casting that needs to come off, give us a bit more space. Let me see if I can whip that off. Yeah, really must go in a minute. Okay, I haven't tried the front end on or anything yet, so we don't really know exactly the position of the engine. But it's not going to be too far off, give or take a few inches. Gear linkage takes quite a lot of the room for the exhaust to go down, so we could go around behind the starter and down. Not a problem later on because we're going to have the turbo sitting. Verve. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. Just in principle. Yeah. Alright. Just gives me some ideas. Got quite a lot more to do before we even think about mounting the engine. Other side I think can come forward more. Well, the trouble is you come forward more, you get to the inner wing, but it needs to come forward, I think, because the water pump there. So what's mostly best is to maybe take these mounts off, maybe try and solid mount it to start with, just to prove the position, and go from there. Obviously we've got the angle of the engine as well to play with the tiltiness. But yeah. Definitely go back more that side as well. Yeah, alright. Gives me lots to think about. Lots to think about. Yeah, we do love a project, don't we? Best we'll go back and go see the Mark 1, see what the paint looks like. I think the doors are going to need a real good wet and dry down. But we'll just have to see what we can do with those. Let it go off hard for a few weeks before we even contemplate that. Let's just get the car built back up. But anyway, talk about this. So yeah, all right. What do you guys think? Any ideas? Give me thoughts. Early days yet. I don't know what sort of other engine mounts. I do like the look of the Honda mounts, whether I could modify them or not. Because in the end, there's just 3 bolts at this main bolts too, so we can make up some just solid plates and then some big mounts. Yeah, because I like the idea of just hanging it, makes a weight, and then we'll just have one stiff mount at the back, which we can work on as well. Down there, I think that'll all work out, I reckon. Alright guys, all a bit of fun, innit? All a bit of fun.